Hello. This week we turned in Project 1, and I enjoyed the process of analyzing Old Spice's body wash commercial. It was time consuming, but surprisingly it took less time than I imagined it would take. And I think it was because I was so familiar with the rhetorical strategies, ethos, pathos, and logos that we learned earlier. This week we also engaged in peer editing, and we left responses on our partners' papers on Google Docs. My partner was Delaney, and overall, the process opened my eyes to what I need to fix in my own blog, like recognizing what she left out or what she needed to add on, and it sparked like things that I knew I needed to fix in my blog, and I really thought that was a helpful strategy. This week, we learned the end of the major system, so now we completely know what it is, and I've tried to find more reasons for why we would use it, but I can't really. One thing that stuck out to me is Professor Frank completely recited a poem, and it was like the only way he could have done it was with the major system. So I look forward to being able to learn how to use that to memorize other things. Like I talked about in my blog last week, we read chapter 3. And we learned about the canons of rhetoric, which are invention, arrangement, style, memory, and delivery. We're now very familiar with these, and it was helpful to understand and know how to use these when writing our ad analysis paper. We also learned what the tool and method of analyzing an argument was, and that is a way to define a system of persuasive reasoning with several parts, and it takes into account logical appeal of others. We also learned the Rogerian model, which is a process of persuasion based upon a deep understanding and appreciation for your opponent's perspective. So you take into account other people's beliefs, what they think, and that way you're not offensive. We read chapter 4 this week, the planning and proposing research arguments chapter, and it was really interesting, and I concluded that oftentimes it's very hard to think of a topic for research papers, or really any papers for that matter. And I experienced this firsthand when picking an advertisement to analyze. I first realized that I was interested in advertisements that are humorous and hyperbolic because that's what I'm drawn to. And after watching a few, I realized that the Old Spice, the man your man could be commercial was what I wanted to do. And I really think that a strategy for finding something, finding topics, is looking at finding things that you're interested in, and then watching a couple videos or reading a couple papers or articles or searching a couple things. Overall, it was a successful week, and I look forward to next week. Thanks. Bye.